garage sale was my idea. But do you really think anybody will buy all this junk? Well, not if you call it junk. These are collectibles.
I really think we ought to talk about this garage sale again. A lot of this stuff is irreplaceable. Come on, Beaver, you just don't want to part with your Red River Sam book. But Wally, I was with Red River Sam when he crossed the Pecos. I fought side by side with him as he cleaned up Yuma City. I cried when he went to the Senate. How can you put a price on that? Tip, that's your math book.
How does that fit in there?
Dad, I need to run to the library so I can get my snake report done.
Why go through all that? Freddie Haskell's an expert on snakes. Why don't you go pick his brain?
The last time I asked him for help, he'd only do it if I put an apple on my head so he could practice with his crossbow.
Well, you see, his grandmother does that.
But he does know a lot about snakes.
If you want my assistance, these are my conditions.
There they come.
First, you have to clean out the snake cages for life.
How long do they live?
Not their life, stupid. Your life. Second, from now on, whenever I insult you, I'd like you to say, "Thank you, sir." Okay? Pea-brain?
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Hi, boys. Freddie, I'm going shopping. Can I pick up anything for you?
Yeah, get some apples. Grandma's coming over Sunday.
Freddie, Grandma's on her feet all day at the car wash. She comes here to rest.
Okay, Mom. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. Unlocking the door to the study of snakes, otherwise known as herpetology. Use that in your topic sentence.
What's a topic sentence?
Never mind, I wouldn't want to clutter your puny cranium.
Was that an insult?
Definitely.
Thank you, sir.
Well, snakes are lizards modified for eating larger prey. This is a king snake. Her name is Mrs. Jackson, after my history teacher.
Is Mrs. Jackson poisonous?
Well, I can only vouch for the snake. Now, most people, like my father, are scared senseless of snakes. When in actuality, they are gentle, loyal, and make great pets. This is Arthur, a python, my first and favorite snake. Hey, what's the matter, little fella? You're not sick, are you?
Maybe he's just faking so he doesn't have to take a test.
No, he's really sick.
How can you tell?
Yesterday's lunch is still alive. This has never happened before. And we better get him to the vet.
I gotta go home, Freddie. This is gonna take too long.
I can fix that. My, what a lovely cat you have.
Oh, thank you. This is Tasha, descended from a long line of Persian royalty.
Oh, well, this is Arthur. He eats cats. That's my boy.
Mister, what's in that box?
You don't name these.
There's no holes. How does it breathe?
I don't know.
Everything will be just fine. I told you never to bring that thing in here again. Hello, Freddie.
Good afternoon, Dr. Maxwell.
Boy, are you the lucky one. You know, whenever you come in here, this place is empty.
A coincidence, I assure you. I'm here today because I'm worried about Arthur.
Oh? What seems to be the matter?
Well, he's not eating, and his eyes don't have the usual twinkle.
Not eating, huh? I think I know what's wrong.
I'm so glad, sir.
Freddie, you remember the last time you brought Arthur in for his checkup? And I told you then, he was getting very old.
Well, so's my Uncle Roy, but he still eats like a horse.
Freddie, there's only one reason a snake stops eating. And I think to avoid further suffering, it might be best if I put him to sleep.
Good idea. I always feel a lot better after I have a good night's sleep.
He doesn't mean that kind of sleep. He wants to kill him, you blockhead.
Thank you, sir.
Freddie, it's best not to drag this out.
Never. I want a second opinion. I want a specialist.
Well, if you change your mind, I'll be here.
Thanks. It's comforting to know that the snake killer is just a phone call away. I've tried everything. Vitamins, hormones. I even put him near the TV when that faith healer came on.
He doesn't seem to be getting any better.
Oh, there's one last hope. Laugh therapy. I found this book in the library. This guy says that laughing cured him.
How do you know Arthur has a sense of humor?
Oh, he loves a good joke as much as the next reptile.
You got 2 seconds to lock up those slimy serpents.
You've never gotten over that time you put a rattler in his lunchbox.
It was a fake.
I know, but even the paramedics couldn't convince him.
Make sure none of their lunch is roaming around either.
You can come in now.
Frederick, I'm very disappointed in you. You didn't do your chores today.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir.
You didn't take out the garbage or pay my bills, and I told you to fire my secretary. She showed up at work again today.
Please accept my apologies, sir. I've been terribly busy with Arthur. The vet says he's going to die.
Ooh, that reminds me, Kurt. Why don't you call the hospital and find out how your rich old lad is doing?
Sorry, he went home today.
The whole bird.
Don't worry, Arthur. I'm not going to listen to the vet.
Look, son, that vet knows his stuff. Didn't he help you get over the chicken pox?
I'm not going to let Arthur die. He's my friend.
You won't be losing a friend. You'll be together forever. You'll make a nice belt.
He's going to get better. I know it. I'm going to help him. I don't care if I have to spend every second with him.
Well, I care. You're not going to spend all day locked up with a bunch of vipers. You'll have plenty of time for that when you take over the business.
But, sir...
Look, son, there comes a time when you have to put away childish things. Be a man. Tomorrow morning, you take him to the vet. Right after you fire my secretary.
So, what do you say?
Sure, we'll take care of him.
You will? You'll do it for me?
No, we'll do it for the snake.
You gotta make sure that no adults find out about this. Hey, you meeting so soon? Why, yes, Mrs. Cleaver. Anything wrong? Oh, sorry, I was a little preoccupied. That's a lovely outfit you're wearing. That's much better.
May I come in? I'm going to go through your clothes for the garage sale.
No! I mean, could you come back later? We'd like a few last moments alone with our clothes first. Please?
Okay. I'll be down in the garage. You let me know when you're emotionally ready to make the break.
Gotta get Arthur out of here. Fast.
Hey, wait a minute. Where are you going with that? Did your grandmother tell you to get my favorite rug for that garage sale?
Oh, no, Dad.
You don't have to make excuses. I know what's going on here. Look, guys, I want you to take this rug and put it someplace nobody's going to find it until this garage sale nonsense blows over.
We won't let you down, Dad.
Thanks, guys. You know, you're good kids. Hey, why don't you take some money and go buy some ice cream or something? Thanks.
Polly, I know you're in there. I hear voices.
Hey, Mom, can I do something for